COVID-19 poses a real threat to lives and livelihood. The evidence of this is seen globally with the rise in infection and deaths daily. Locally, the Jamaican government has implemented its Disaster Risk Management Act, which has seen heavy restrictions being enforced. Citizens required to remain home, and if the need to gather arises, only 10 persons must be within that space. However, from a legal standpoint, many are questioning whether the act is infringing on their rights. According to the independent Jamaica Council for Human Rights, while the government has referred to the Public Health Act, the Quarantine Act, and the Disaster Risk Management Act as the sources of the powers invoked to implement the measures, the Council has great doubts as to whether these provisions provide the legal basis for all the actions taken or promised. To this, the Attorney General Marlene Malahoo Fort has responded.
For every action we have taken, especially as those actions relate to the rights of our people, they are limited to containing the spread of this contagious disease, and they're also limited in time.
The independent Jamaica Council for Human Rights, however, has raised the concerns about the measures infringing on the fundamental rights of the individual to freedom of the person, freedom of movement, and freedom of association. It goes further to note that it's not permissible for the government to avoid the constitutional provisions and apply a different system.
We have opted to utilize the Disaster Risk Management Act, and that is because this is a multi-sectoral crisis that we're facing, and we took the view that it requires a multi-sectoral approach.
Adding to this, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says there is now a greater need to fast-track the National Identification System, NIDS.
Now is the time when we really need to have the system, and we're going to move as quickly as possible within the boundaries of the laws and Constitution to ensure that every citizen of Jamaica has a unique identifier that will be able to ensure that whatever benefits that come from the government will go directly to them.
Khadija Thomas, CBM Live.